Hi everyone, welcome to the channel where we discuss income tax facts of individuals or salaried individuals to be precise. So, according to the new budget, we will be discussing the revised tax regimes on the new tax regime. The old tax regime stays as the same, there are no changes. The new tax regime has drastic changes. One of the biggest change is employees who have salary up to 12 lakhs no need to pay any tax. What is the meaning of that? That means you will get a rebate until on the tax that will be calculated until 12 lakhs. Well, does it include the standard deduction of 75,000? No. You can add standard deduction of 75,000. That means if your salary is below 12 lakhs 75,000, you don't have to pay any tax. Simple, right? Now the other things. What are the revised tax slab rates under new tax regime? So it's simple to remember. Okay, every 4 lakhs increase by 5%. Okay, 0 to 4 lakhs, it's 0 tax. 4 to 8 lakhs increase by 5%, 5%. 8 to 12, 10%. 12 to 16, 15%. 16 to 20, 20%. 20 to 24, 25%, and above 24, whatever is there, will be 30% taxed. Such charges and all are the same, they did not change. Well, one more thing about the rebate on 12 lakhs. Whatever 12 lakhs income that you are calculating should not include income of special rates, which means, for example, capital gains, right? Capital gains are taxed. If it is short-term capital gains, they are taxed at 10%. If it is long-term capital gains, they are taxed at 20%. Well, the rates are changed right now. That will be 12.5% from next year onwards. So those are called special tax rate incomes. Those are not a part of the 12 lakhs that I'm telling about. So if you are a salaried individual having 12 lakhs income, you will not have any tax. But if you have capital gains, you have to pay tax on that specific capital gains at that specific rates. That will not be considered as a part of the rebate. You will not get rebate on that. Okay, and this rebate benefit you can avail only if you file the return within specified due dates. If you cross the due date, you might not get the rebate. Remember this for sure. And one more thing. So the budget that is introduced today on Feb 1st, is it applicable for the next ITR that you are filing on July 2025? No, it's not. Whatever rates that are given, whatever rebate that is given, that will be applicable from the next financial year. That means starting from April 2025 till March 2026. That is one financial year. In that financial year, if you get the income, whatever rates that are proposed right now will be applicable, and you will use them in the next ITR that will be filing in July 2026. So don't get confused. Whatever rates that are there until will be applicable for the next ITR that you will be filing on July 2025. Don't get confused here. And one more small thing, so many people get confused here. What is assessment year, AY? When you open your income tax website, the years that you will be seeing there are mostly AY, which is assessment year, which means the year in which you will be paying tax. It's not the same as financial year. Let's say, for example, from April 2024 to March 2025 is called a financial year called of 24-25, FY 24-25. Now, for that, assessment year would be FY 25-26. Now, AY 25-26 is for the financial year 24-25. It might be a little bit confusing. How would I just take an example? You earned salary from April 2024. You will be filing your return in July 2025. So assessment year is next year. So don't get confused. Open your income tax website and see the proper assessment year. If you just to remember, if you see AY, consider it as the previous year. Okay, don't consider it for the same year. Do not get confused. Keep your returns updated. Now, since I use the word updated, there is a section called 139.8A where you can file updated returns. That means you can file your income tax returns for the previous years, that for which the income tax return portal is closed right now. Right now, you can file the return for this year, which is 24-25. You can file it in July 2025, which is not yet opened. But last year, you forgot to file the return. You can still file the return using 139.8A, which is called an updated return. Or you have certain income that you did not disclose and you want to disclose it, you can still do that. So this is a great benefit for those who have not filed any returns in the past 4 years and can file right now. So the next fact. Benefits given based on the budget to the senior citizens or super senior citizens. Okay, there is a section called 80TTB where senior citizens will get a deduction on interest income up to 50,000. Now that has been increased to 1 lakh. Okay, so it's very beneficial for every senior citizen that is filing their income tax returns. It's a very good thing. And one more benefit for them, not most of the people might have it, but it's a good thing. So people invest in NSS. and NPS. Okay, those who are senior citizens and invested in NSS and withdrew their amounts after 29th August 2024. 29th August 2024, whoever withdrew amounts from NSS or NPS and are senior citizens, their withdrawals are exempt from income tax. So next financial year or the next ITR that you are filing, you can claim such exemption if you have withdrawn those funds, and it's a very beneficial thing for a lot of people, pretty sure. And in NPS also, it's not every NPS, it's only specific NPS. Please look into the details and check if you are applicable for that, and if you claim the exemption, it's a very good thing. You don't have to pay on a lot of amount. Withdrawals are huge. The two senior citizens, it would have been saved from a lot of years, so it's a good thing. And the next one, the rent TDS threshold. So many people, whoever claims HRAs, might not know this. Okay, if your HRA amount that you are claiming includes while claiming HRA, you will disclose the rent paid by you. If you are disclosing a rent amount of 2.4 lakhs and above until last year, you have to deduct TDS. Okay, that means whenever you are paying to the person, you need to deduct TDS and deposit in that person's PAN account. That is called TDS, tax deducted at source. If the rent amount per annum is crossing 2.4 lakhs, that means you have to deduct TDS and you have to deposit it. Right now, that threshold has been increased to 6 lakhs. Okay, this is a benefit to the middle class people. They don't have to deduct TDS. That doesn't change the fact that you have to disclose the PAN account of the person which you are of landowner, okay, or the building owner that you are paying rent to. If it crosses a certain threshold limit, you still have to disclose the PAN number. Right now, the limit is 1 lakh. If you're disclosing 1 lakh, you have to disclose the PAN number. Do not forget this. You don't have to deduct TDS. That's all. Now, if you are going under new tax regime, does this affect our HRA? If you are going under new tax regime, you should not take HRA.